Good morning, party people. Good morning. This is I, Randee. I'm here. I'm on time. I know it's weird for people. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning, Rosanna. Good morning, Kim. Burley. Good morning, good morning. Oh, there's PK. Everybody's trickling in today. They said, that girl's never ready. We got time. Ooh, good morning, good morning. So here we are, doing all the things. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kim and Cynthia. Good morning. Oh, yesterday, I went on a shopping extravaganza. I wasn't really supposed to, but I did. I was just like, none of my clothes fit. I gotta go get some clothes. And they were having a 70% off the clearance sale at Torrid. So I just said, I'm going for it. Look at Mr. Bunsen. He says, oh, good morning. It's nap time. Yay for shopping. I sent you a message on Messenger. Good morning. Hi, Jenny. You've done some work to your office. Yes, last night I did some work to my office. Right here. Only had one breakdown crying spell about it. I had to go get Jeff. I was like, I need help. So that's the shipping desk for right now. What else we got going on down there? We've got started working on getting the inventory shelves together. Jeff couldn't find his drill bits last night, so they're not screwed in. But I don't know if you guys know this, but Jeff built this for me. So these are just like regular garage shelves that I found in the alley in Robbinsdale. That's how long they've been here. And he made these little wood things, and then he had to make these little like pedestals for them all to go on so that they would be spaced out more. Otherwise, the shelf would only have like 4 shelves on it. And so you have to screw them in to each side, and we couldn't find that. So anyways, we got that going on, and then I can't see the inventory. Inventory is over on this side, but I got to get put in the shelf today. But yeah, we be working on it. Good morning, everybody. We be working on it. We be working on it. Good morning. Hi, Donna. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Tina. Good morning. You can like because it's free. You absolutely can like because it's free. So yeah, I'm trying to get it together. Today we're going to take a look-see at doing our necklace here. We're going to swing over and do that. Got it all planned out pretty much from yesterday. If you were not here yesterday, we did a little plan for this. And this is using champagne toast from Softlex. So we're going to do that. I got this sweater yesterday. It's like a Ouija board thing. But I just liked it because it says the spirits are always listening. And I was like, yeah, that seems accurate. So I'm trying to be a brand new me, I guess. I got new glasses. I got a new shirt. I'm rocking all my jewels. I got new pants. You guys probably can't see my pants. I got new pants. I just cut 4 or 5 inches off the bottom this morning. Jefferson called. He said, what are you doing? I said, cutting my pants up. My new pants. What are you doing? Oh, I can't even get my foot up there. Squish is not having it. Nope, can't see. But anyway, the moral of that story is I did a pretty good job. They just wear them all ripped up anyways nowadays. So who cares? That's my theory. Ugh, good afternoon, Helen. We're moving on over. We're moving over. Good morning, Dorothy. Let's see. Yeah, so. Trying to get stuff accomplished in my studio. I had to tell Jeff today, I said, when you come home from work, when he called this morning, I said, swing by the apartment and pick up 2 different colors of tickets because we don't got no tickets over here. I was setting up the shipping desk because I'm going to launch the FOC. We talked about that yesterday. And I was like, there's no tickets. Where are the tickets? And Jeff was like, oh, I saw them in the closet. I saw them in the closet. And I was like, well, we need them. So he's got to grab those. Yeah. Other than that, I went to Target yesterday. I looked high and low for a shower curtain. I looked for a shower curtain. So, like, not like the plastic one, like that, the liner. Like, we have that one, like, for the decorative part on the back. Because we have a blue bathroom now. We've never had a blue bathroom before. So, I was like, well, I had an idea that I wanted this shower curtain that had birds on it. Had, like, embroidered birds on it at Target. And I saw it online, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going there. I'll just get it. Well, they didn't have it. So anyways, I spent, I don't know, umpteen amount of time in the bathroom aisle looking for this shower curtain and some other alternative to the shower curtain. Couldn't find anything. Just decided on just a regular old stripey one. Just like, wasn't very impressed. And it was $25. Brought it home and I was like, well, it's fine. So I opened it up. There's a big old mold spot on the front. Like right in the middle of the shower curtain, and then it didn't have any of the, it was supposed to be a 13 pieces. It's supposed to have the shower curtain rings or whatever, like inside the plastic. They were gone. And I was just like, okay, I give up. So I got to take that back. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's get this party started, shall we? Excuse me. Dorothy says, we got to be careful what we wear or wearing. Yeah, I am. That's why we're going to make this evil eye. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, I did find my guy yesterday. Put this on there. See what we got. Got 8 and a 4th. That's a little bigger than I was originally thinking. 8 and a 4th on that guy. You know, you could adjust said accordingly, but I'm gonna leave it. Oh no, I hope you took that back. I'm gonna take it back. I put it in the I put it out in the entry with the receipt and everything, so I can remember to take it back. But yeah, I was not happy because I spent a lot of time. You know, they got 800 towels. They got like 4 shower curtains and like 800 towel colors, and I'm just like, oh. So, because I also got a little rug for in front of the bathtub. We don't have a lot of space in our bathroom. So I thought, oh, I'll just get one of those, like, a mat that you would just then, like, hang on the tub, you know? But now I don't have the same curtain, so now I'm sure it's not going to match the color, so that's got to go back. Hi, Brandy. Good morning. Good morning. Wink Designs, good morning. How do I feel? Well, this morning I felt quite pukey, honestly, for being honest about it. Didn't feel good at all. So I don't know what's going on with that. How long do I want this to be? La 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 la. Let's start with that. If you hear all this clanking over here, it's because I still have not found my bead mats. They have not been uncovered. And so this is the one that I actually usually have my tools on, so you don't hear that clanking around. But, you know, one day at a time. Speaking of one day at a time, I got to find a new church to, well, I guess it doesn't have to be a church, but it usually is. There's 2 churches up here. There's a Lutheran church and a Baptist church right near me. Or is it a Methodist church? I don't remember. Anyway, one of them's bound to have an AA meeting. And I got to get my patoots to the AA meeting because I've been on hiatus. And that's not good for anybody. I mean, obviously I'm pregnant, so like I'm not too terribly worried, but you never know. I don't be messing with it. Okay, so we're using the star of the show here, our champagne extreme flex, and I've cut 3 pieces. We're gonna do this. This side's gonna have 2 strands. This side's gonna have 1 strand because we're doing an asymmetrical situation. This actually has to go like this. I'm going to start on this side, and before I do all that, I tried this yesterday, and I couldn't get 2 pieces of this wire to fit into these bubble beads. So what I'm going to do to fix that is I'm just going to, I don't know if I want to wire wrap those, or if I want to put them on their own piece of, I think I'll just wire wrap them, honestly. I think I'm just going to wire wrap them. La-di-da-di. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Hi, good morning. Where are you living now? Now we have moved into the house we're still in Mandan, in North Dakota. We're still in Mandan. We just moved in from our apartment to the house. Because we did the closing on the house and everything. Ginger chews from Trader Joe's for the nausea. Well, okay, so I need some wire. They said that the nausea would come back once you get into the 3rd trimester sometimes, I guess. And I think that might be, we're getting pretty close. It's like I'm 27 weeks. So I'm thinking it might be that. Or, could just be all this horrible sickness that I've had. I had the flu, and then I had sinus infection. I still have that. And then I've had just like anything and everything that could be had. I've had it forever. Oh, I'm so done with that. And then I thought, because Jeff was kind of sicky last night too, and I was like, my tummy doesn't feel good. And I was like, oh. I think I'm going to have to start requiring that man to get some shots of some kind. He's the one who's out dealing with the public and people and stuff. And I'm just like, you might need to get it together, sir. Which house did you end up getting? We ended up getting the Narnia house with the 2 backyards. You remember that one? It had a gate. Let's see if these are going to fit on here. And we were calling it the Narnia house, and it has the yellow basement. These are going to fit. Cool. So I'm just going to wire wrap them on here to make my life easy. Because why not? Good morning. Crackers are good for that. Yeah, it's just been like the last couple days that I've had some sickness, and I don't really care for that too much. Tell you that much for free. I am going to utilize a jump ring to put this on, just in case. We got some hoopla going on with it, You never know. I cut myself yesterday, don't mind that. My fingers are all cut up. I don't know what I've been doing. I've just been moving stuff. Totes and whatnot. My nails are all ripped up. We're just pretending that's not happening, okay? One thing at a time. We're just focusing on one thing at a time today. Well, probably for all of 2026, if we're being honest about it. But, yeah, so my sister-in-law, if you're new here or you don't know, both my sisters-in-law are pregnant, and my cousin's pregnant. And my sister-in-law, Julia, she called yesterday, and was it yesterday? And she said that she's got a scheduled induction for the 25th of December. January. So she's going in to have her baby. And I just said, okay, yay, great. But she's been really sick in her 3rd trimester. She said it's not been fun. Like, with the return of some nausea and things. So I don't know. And the other 2 are still in their 1st trimester, so they're still sick. Everybody's sick. I'm like, oh, please do not letting that go on. Ooh. Okay, I'm putting my bubbles on here. I'm just stringing them on. Jefferson's side of the family is exploding. That's my side of the family. I don't know what Jefferson's side of the Jefferson's side of the family. They don't have any babies over there. Jeff's the only one who has babies. And we talked about that at Christmas because there's like 20 of them, like cousins. There's like 20 of them who are all over the age of like 20 years old, most of which are married, but there's no babies. Jeff's the only one. Jeff has Jordan, because you guys know Jordan's 16, and she will be 16. She's 15 now. And then Squish. All right. Is that enough? I may as well add these 4. I got 4 left. May as well put them on there. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think also I just am pretty tired because I've been running around doing all kinds of crazy stuff, with the... Like yesterday, I went to Target and I, tried to do some stuff over there. I got a pregnancy ball, so I blew that up when I got home. Well, Jeff blew it up. And just hauling stuff around. I had stopped by the apartment and get some stuff, and I had to haul some stuff into the house. And it's like, yeah, I could have left it out there, but then some of it might have froze. I don't know. So I'm just doing my best. So I think I'm just kind of tired. But then I can't sleep. So I've been having to sleep sitting up with this whatever sickness this is, the sinus stuff that I got. So I have like a gazillion pillows and I have to like sleep sitting up because otherwise I feel like I can't breathe. And so I've been doing that for like 2 weeks or something. Insane. Just not very comfortable. It was better last night though. I still had to be propped up, but it was better. And I'm taking my medicine. They gave me medicine. We'll give this a little spin. Look at there. Okay. So here's what I got for my little smidge of, this is just supposed to give it some texture over here. Also length, because remember these are only 8 inches. So you could tighten this up if you wanted it to be like remain a certain kind of way. I think I'm going to let mine be a little bit loose. Let me get a jump ring. You make your wraps look really easy. Hey. I'm just over here blabbering on. If you're here like looking for a bead tutorial, this might, like we're just blabbering on for morning coffee. We just also happen to be beading. That's what's happening right now. I know. I know you guys keep saying don't overdo it. I'm not trying to overdo it, but I'm also trying to like, do I want to use a small one? Do I want to use a big one? Maybe I use 2 small ones for safety. That seems good. I am trying not to, but I am noticing, you guys, both of these cats. You probably won't be able to see Winter even if I turn the camera, but she's sleeping like face down in like the totes. Bunsen's on the chair, just like totally crashed out. Are you cats so tired from all of your shenanigans in the early morning hours? Hey. They were doing early morning shenanigans this morning. Just crazy. And now they're apparently very sleepy about it. But yeah, I'm trying to do. I don't know. I want this move to like be, you know, be together like before. Like I don't want to be sitting here with with all my totes and the baby comes, you know. I'll just be like super overwhelmed then. So I'm trying to just kind of get it together. But maybe this weekend when Jeff has time off, you know, because he's still working through all this. So I think that's kind of hard for him. I mean, well, he hasn't said anything about it, but it's like he goes to work and then he comes home and I'm like, okay, we got to get this together and move this over here. And, you know, because I can't move anything really. So we're kind of just doing like one project a day, which has slowed me down, quite honestly. So maybe that's good. I don't know. All right, so we got that guy on there. We got our little texture going on. If you're wondering, I did add this from my, if you were not here, I did add this from my collection. And this, I believe, this little guy came from Joann's years ago. If that's helpful. I got it from Sassy Pants. Fancy Nancy. You guys remember Fancy Nancy? I think that's where I got it from. But I'm pretty sure it came from Joann's. And then we got a little texture over here. Now, the plan for this is to get these two guys and these sparkly bits on here, like so. I'm going to use 2 different strands. So the reason for this is because originally I wanted to use 2 strands because for these I want to kind of interweave them a little bit, like not necessarily twist them, maybe twist them, but like I want to, as I'm beading them, go through some of the other to make it just kind of funky. You know how I like to be kind of funky. And that was not possible to do starting here, which is why I did this. So now I should be able to put these both on and run them up through there. We are going to take a few of these topaz ones away and put them on this side because we said we wanted to do that yesterday, just to kind of make it, you know, work out a little, like look a little more cohesive. I don't need very many. I think I'm going to do like 8 of them. And then I'll make sure to add all these sparkly ones over here on here so that the length works out. I'm going to start with this one. I wake mine up when she's sleeping because she wakes me up early in the morning. They sleep soundly. I know. Well, that's kind of... Oh, Bunsen got locked in the closet for 2 hours yesterday. Forgot to tell you about that. I don't know, it must have been me because I fed the cats and I put the stuff in the closet and he must have run in there or something. And pretty soon I'm looking around and I'm like, where's Bunsen? I haven't seen him in a while. Where is he at? So I start yelling for him. And here's the thing with Bunsen. He could have been in that closet for 2 days. He wouldn't have cried. He doesn't cry until I start yelling for him. I'm like, where are you? And then he'll meow, but he's very quiet. Unlike Winter, who's always crying about something. Anyway, I wouldn't even have found him if it wouldn't have been for Lily. She's the one who heard him in the closet. I was just like, I thought maybe he got out the door or something, because you know he likes to run away. He even ran away at the apartment once. He got out the door at the apartment, and the guy from downstairs come knocking on the door, and he is like, do you have a cat? Well, it was his wife. She's like, do you have a cat? And I said, yeah. I said, I have 2 cats. And she goes, are you missing one? And then, like, the husband came around, like, kind of the corner, because I couldn't see him at first. And he had Bunsen, and I was like, Bunsen? What are you doing? He's like, oh, he was just roaming around in the hallway. I'm just like, of course he was. He's probably like, where'd all these doors go? Alright, so I'm going to start both of these out here. I'm just crimping on. I'm just crimping right on here. I'm going to make it kind of tight. Crimper, crimper. So anyway, yeah, I found Bunsen in the closet. He was just in there, and I was like, well, he probably could have survived for days. That's where all the cat food is. So, this guy. not going. Very good. Get on there, you. It's a little bit funky monkey. Let me straighten it up a little more. Okay. Get your funky monkey butt together. We got things to do. Mr. Bunsen is an explorer. Yeah, he be exploring. Which is so funny because he's also very cautious. But when Bunsen is cautious, but he'll like go exploring. But Winter is a scaredy cat. She's scared of everything. She don't like to really go do too much exploring. Okay, I'm going with the second one now. Boop. See if we can get this one in there a little bit more better. Okay, stop spinning, would you? There we go. Okay, we're in it to win it. In it to win it. Now we can trim these up. Just a little trim. Lily kept crying in the bedroom door. Finnegan came out. Yeah. Yeah, they be doing weird stuff. But for the most part, I think the animals have all been doing really well. Lily is kind of like, I think she misses the hill. She's kind of like, oh, we got to go walking and like do our stuff, you know? And we will still go walking, but it's been cold. There's a park. This is kind of like a weird street. It's kind of like a triangle like this. It kind of looks like this. And then we live like here. And then there's a road that goes like this. Boop, boop, boop. Like the big main road. So you have to come down here and then cross the main road. And then over here is like, there's a park. So, you know, once we get a little more better weather, we could probably be checking that out. That's wraps. Thank you. I am a self-proclaimed wire wrapper. Did you know that? I mean, like, self-proclaimed, not wire wrap, like just with the wraps. I taught myself how to do it. Some people say I do it weird. And I was like, well, probably because I taught myself how to do it. I'm in debate. Do I want to start right from the jump with 2? And I think I will, because why not? Let's start with this sparkly ball. Let's see if I can't get all this hubbub in there. And we're off. We lose our cats inside at least once a day. Yeah, I think she does miss the hill a little bit. Hi, Leanna. Happy New Year to you. All right, so there's no rhyme or reason here for this. I'm just gonna put these on, and then let me put some squares on this side, because remember I said, oh, I think I want to run it through and see if I can even do that, if that's an option for us. Also, yesterday me and Jeff decided I think we might be doing away with the recording desk and just making this desk that you guys see right now the main recording desk for live and for recording. I haven't done recorded videos since last year with all the stuff that was going on last year or whatever with Baby Sievert and all that. I haven't even done any really recorded videos. I guess I did one for Vintage or whatever. But yeah. I haven't really done too much. But we decided, well, we may as well do that. I'm going to put both of these through this sparkly ball, see if it works out. They're going to be a little bit of a puff. I'm fine with it. Good morning. Just got cleared for spinal surgery next week. Oh. Well, good, Tina. She had C. diff. Oh my. That's kind of serious, isn't it? I believe it is. Well, we're happy you're doing better. Jeepers creepers. Bunsen, get off the printer. Bunsen. Oh. Hey, get down. He wants to look out the window. But he's standing on top of the printer. Which is never good. See how it gets Bunsen hair in it. And that's all I need. Hey, mister, I don't listen. Get down. Down. Get the big trouble. Good morning. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason here to this doings. Ooh. I'm not necessarily going to do every single little sparkly ball and run it through. I just wanted to be able to run it through a couple of times on each to kind of give it that twisty look. He says, okay, Mom. He says, I'll make a deal. I will just get up here and just sit on the keyboard. Just on the keyboard of the shipping computer. Is that good? And I will just look out the window from here. Shyster. Oh, he's such a shyster. If y'all don't know, Mr. Bunsen is my first cat that I've ever had as an adult. And he is a shyster, and he's been a shyster since the day we got him. And he just, I swear, he just does stuff like that just to see how far he can go. He's just like, hey. It reminds me of little kids where they're like, I'm not touching you, but they're like this far away from touching the person. And they're like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I can't wait till this baby comes. I don't know what these animals are going to even do with their self. Especially little stinky baby Winter. Little stinky baby Winter will just be having some kind of havoc with her father. I'm sure. Randee, are you currently using 2 cameras? One on you and one on the desktop? Yeah, I am. I am using 2 cameras. Now, if you wanted to do a pattern over here, you absolutely could do that. I just apparently am not in a patterny mood these days. 2026. It's got a little puff out. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I am using 2 cameras. So this camera that you see right here, this is a web camera that's connected to my computer. This one. And I can move it, but I can only move it around, you know, just this much is all I can do. As far as like where it goes, because of how it is in the room. And then this one is my phone. This is actually my phone. And it points down. And I have it connected to my computer so we can see them both at the same time. In order to run both of the cameras, though, I have Streamlabs, which is like a system that you need to run everything through to make it look like this. I was asking Jeff to set me up a 3rd camera, but we don't know if we can do that. Because I do have a 3rd camera. I have the bat phone packed up somewhere. I gotta find it. And that one also acts as a camera. And I was thinking, oh, well, I would put that one maybe just mobily for like when I want to walk around the room, you know. But I don't really need to do that. I just figured we were going to be doing a lot of stuff in this office because it's, for those of you who did not see, I have 5 totes. I have 5 totes high and the entire length of the room in my extra bedroom, which is about, just about the size of this room. It's a pretty big room. It's supposed to be my guest room. And that's all beads, and it's beads, and I don't know, other craft show. I don't know, to be honest with you, it came from the storage, so I don't even know what's in there. But anyway, we got to get that taken care of. So you could set up a squish cam. Well, I was talking to Jeff yesterday because originally, you know, Jeff didn't want Squish to be on camera, and I was like, well, that's fine. I gotta figure out how that's gonna work. But I don't know. I think he's over that maybe because he's just like, because I'm like, well, I don't know how that's gonna look. You know, like when Squish is here. With like, you know, stuff happening, we'll probably just have to do Squish things. I don't know. I mean, like, you know, if Squish starts crying or whatever, we're going to have to take care of the Squish. We're the only one here. So I don't know. To let Bunsen run the show. We'll see. How many bedrooms does your house have? So technically it's 4 bedrooms. So our bedroom is upstairs and Squish's bedroom is upstairs. And then this technically is the living room for the downstairs. And then there's an extra bedroom down here which has all the totes in it. And then there's another bedroom which Jeff is using as his office. But it's kind of like a second living room. It's like as big as this one. It's really big. So he's using that as like his little office. He's got his computer in there, and then he's got our other furniture, our other living room, our blue living room furniture. So he's kind of got like a TV area so we could like watch shows or whatever. Or for people who are here visiting. So they can have like TV area. So well, that one is a little more excessive than I thought. Let me add I gotta add a square here. I gotta add a square. And 2 squares. 2 squares. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, oh, well, because, like, maybe we want to do a little house adventure tour or, you know, in a video or whatever. And if you do it in a recorded video, it's fine because you can just use your camera and then, like, splice it in. But if you wanted to do it live, then can't really do that when all your stuff is set up to the computer. But I could do it on YouTube, just like if I logged into YouTube and did it. Like, I don't know, there's a bunch of crap. There's a bunch of stuff. We like to garden around here. We'd be doing some gardening. I'm super excited. I don't know that we'll get any gardening done this year, but at the very least, we'll see what the outside's going to look like. Me and Jefferson were already plotting our garden area. Let me measure this in the back. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh yeah, 22, easy peasy. I don't even need it to be 22. I could stop here at the sparkly ball, which I think I will do. All right. So, good morning. 5 totes high and rising. Exactly. Jeff was even a little overwhelmed when he was in here last night. He's like, we got to get this out of the way. I was like, dude, I know. We're just one day at a time. Okay, so here's what we got going on. I have just twisted these a little bit. I've only gone through the sparkly balls. You could probably go through the squares if you wanted to do more. There's no rhyme or reason. I didn't count them, you know, per the usual. We got our little texture down here with our bubbles, which I really like that part. And we have 20 inches on that side, which is honestly more than I thought we were going to have. So that's the one side. Now, this other side, please share when you do. Oh, about our garden? I just had to shrink down. I felt really, like, overly extended. Sir, are you doing print jobs? What are we doing? Get out of there. Now, for this other side, we're going to hook him up over here. Now, I think I should I do a wire wrap for this side just because I have one on the other side, or is that silly? I don't really have anything that I planned on wire wrapping. So, I am going to connect with a jump ring though, because we have a jump ring on this side, and I want it to be the same. Because weird things like that are important to me. My bubble beads are all on one necklace, on a Coriana chain. Oh. I like the bubble beads. I think they're cute. Loving all the sparkle. Yeah, again, this is Champagne Toast from Softflix. It's very sparkly. I'm just gonna wrap right on here as soon as I find my little baggie of crimps there. Yeah. And the other thing too is like, I'm trying to just, you know, we're in transitional period right now with all this stuff that's happening, but like stuff's happening and I want to make sure that I'm getting stuff done. Like today I'm going to have a paperwork day after this before the nurse comes. They gave me a nurse, did I tell you that? So I get my own nurse. The nurse, she's an RN. Her name is Michelle, and she's from the WIC program. And she was assigned to me because of my past labor that I had, and it was kind of a traumatic situation, as most of you know. So she's going to be kind of like a advocate. And then if I have questions or anything, then I can just have her as my personal, like I can just text her and ask her questions, and she can come to the house and talk to me if I'm having anxiety and stuff like that. And she can even come prior to, like, when I'm in, like, early labor before they let you go to the hospital. Because I didn't know this, but in the state of North Dakota, I looked it up because I'm a crazy person. They won't admit you to the hospital unless you're between 4 and 6 centimeters dilated, which means a lot of early labor at home. I mean, which is fine, I guess. So anyway, so almost kind of like an advocate or a doula situation, but she is a registered nurse. So I think that'll be helpful. She's coming today at 11, and then this will be our first meeting, and then oops. You came out of there. Come here, you. You know we got time to be chasing you around, okay? You gotta go in here, and then you gotta go in here. Them the rules. Sorry, talking to my beadwork here. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have kind of like a paperwork day, because it's the end of the year, and I got all the stuff for the business that I gotta do, and I gotta find all that stuff for Kyle, and, you know, just a lot of stuff. I just want to make sure we're getting it all done before the baby comes. Alright, we're hooked up, ready to go. So I put two small jump rings on that side as well, because I have two small jump rings on this side. So I'll just be making it look, you know, symmetrical in that sense, which is odd since the rest of it doesn't match, like, at all. I remember how he used to climb up on the lights in the basement. Oh, yeah, Bunsen. We used to have those shop lights in the basement at the old house, like the ones that hang from the ceiling, and he would get up there and lay on top of them like a crazy person. Mm-hmm. He's silly. Oh, sharing about the garden? Yeah, I'm sure we'll do some sharing about our garden. Me and Jeff like to do gardening. It's fun. We have a little tiny tiller. Okay, wait now. There was rhyme in my reasoning. I remember this. I messed it up somehow. Do I have a photo? Oh, it's on my phone. My phone is there. One momento. I have a photo. It's... in the downloads. Open. Okay, so we got this one, and then this one, and then this one, and this one. Which means we should be able to go like this. Yeah. Because we didn't have enough and we wanted to kind of make this a little bit cohesive. Gotta get ready for your live. Okay. When are you due? I am due April 8th. April 8th, but they said it could be March. So gotta be ready, they said. Let's see. Rhyme to the reason. Is there rhyme to the reason? Do these fit on these little pearls? Yeah. Okay, so the plan here is like, this is kind of the pattern. Between each of these kind of more focally beads, I'm going to put a small bead of some sort. It might not necessarily all be the same, but that's the plan. For this other side. This gold one. Even with your past history, they won't admit you before that. Seems sort of irresponsible. Well, it's a new hospital. Like, it's a different hospital, so I don't know. I'm just doing what they tell me to do, you know? So, I don't know if that's normal. But it seems like kind of a lot to me, because I'm freaking out over here. So I was like, well, let me get this nurse, and at the very least, I guess I'll have this nurse, you know? So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. I capped some of these pearls. It was kind of cute. Alright, now we gotta see where we're at. We need 20 inches. This is not 20 inches. This is 7.5, so we need a half. 1, 2, 2.5. So I'm just gonna put these smaller beads up towards the top. In no particular rhyme or reason. Along with everything else that we're doing here today. Now, if you didn't want to do that, you could go back, string the whole thing. Instead of adding one bead between, you could add two. Right? Completely up to you. I don't particularly care if I have... Oh, I missed one. One of the bubbles. If you think it looks funny, you could always add this one. We got one extra of these. Put him on there. For funsies. Pretend you know what you're doing. Oh, I don't have another top for that. Alright, let's try that. How much more stuff do you have left in the apartment? I went over there the other day, packed up 4 more boxes of stuff. Totes. Jeff's supposed to get it after work today. Probably do 2 more beads over here. And let's see. There we go. But not a lot of stuff. I got some art over there just because I didn't want it to get wrecked, you know. And trying to think. But yeah, not too much. There's not too much over there. There's some plants. I gotta get my plants. So here's what we have left of all the beads from the champagne toast, along with these little guys, which I said I was going to make into earrings, but I'm probably not going to use these little wood pieces. So we still have the charms. But yeah, here's what we end up with. Now, I think it's good. I gotta finish it, obviously. But yeah, I think it's cute. I was gonna like wrap it up like I normally would if I was finished, but it's kind of funny that way. It's got a lot going on here with our texture and our doubles over here and this guy. I'm actually not mad at this, which is surprising to me because it's very sparkly. I kind of like it with the fact that it has like a pattern going on with these larger beads, even though the top's kind of messed up. Nobody's gonna see that anyway. But like I said, if you wanted to make this stretch out more, you could take and add 2 or 3 beads in between each instead of just doing it like this. But I think this actually looks kind of cute. It makes it look like the chaos is kind of supposed to be that way. So I'm not mad at that. I really do like this little texture piece, and you can mold this to like bend if you want to or whatever. So I'm actually quite happy with it. Here's our bracelet we made yesterday, which again, this one was the more rustic-y type situation. It doesn't necessarily match because we added in some more little rustic pieces. This one, I would say, arguably is more a little more sparkly pieces. But yeah. That's what we got going on. I like it. I'm not mad at it at all. I guess that's for standard, not high-risk pregnancies. Yeah, I don't know. I asked my doctor, Dr. Gray, her name's Dr. Gray, and I was like, are you going to deliver this baby? And she was like, well, are you going to schedule an induction? And I was like, no. And she's like, then I guess you'll get who you get. And I'm like, okay. Which, honestly, I don't really care as long as they're capable of delivering said baby. I don't feel like super attached to one particular doctor. Which is kind of interesting because, like, I think that's just like the medical thing now, you know? It's just kind of the medical situation now. Because, like, before, like, when I was born, like, I know my doctor who delivered me is Dr. Ebel. Dr. Ebel used to be a vet. Yeah. Dr. Ebel delivered me in the parking lot in the truck. Okay? Because I had things to do. So, I I don't know. It's just kind of odd. But like nowadays, like sometimes I go to the doctor, I might not even see Dr. Gray. I see one of her like nursing practitioners or assistants or whatever. Or like I see a lot of different people. It's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of odd, I guess. I really am liking this. I understand this is like, you got to be in a mood for this. Right? But I've been holding on to this little sucker for quite a while, and I'm glad I did. It's so blingy. Insurance doesn't want to pay for any more time than they have to. Oh, yeah, I don't know why. They want you to be in active labor when you get there. So I guess we're going to find out. Watch out, you. Mr. Bunsen says, it's time. Is it time? He's like, I want to jump up there, but I don't know if I should. The amazing thing is that you will have a doctor on your bill and you've never even met that doctor. Oh, I don't know. I suppose like an attending or something. I don't care as long as they can deliver it. As long as they're capable of delivering it. I don't care who it is. But yeah, I don't want to do an induction. I had to have an induction with Seaver and it was bad. I mean, clearly everything about it was bad. But it was very painful. And they say that when you have an induction, things are more painful because you're making your body do something it's not wanting to do at that particular time. And so when my sister-in-law called and she's like, oh yeah, I scheduled an induction. I was like, because an induction doesn't always mean that you're going to like deliver your baby either. It means they're going to give you medicine, which A, I'm allergic to start the process of labor. But they say, the statistics say that most people who do that actually end up having a C-section because your labor can stall even with the medication. And then you'll end up having to have a C-section because now you're in it, you know? And I grew up on a farm, okay? I'm just like, no, we'll go when it's time to go. Whatever that is. Yes. So, I don't know. Maybe when I meet with the nurse today, we will talk about birth plans or whatever. Because I don't really care about what happens because like some things have to happen. There has to be like an openness of like some things might happen and we might have to be okay with that, which is fine. But I do know that I don't want an induction and I don't want them to like break my water and like do any of these like make the labor go faster things because I just don't think that that's like a natural thing to do. My own personal opinion. And I think that it would make it worse for me. So I don't want to do that. And Jefferson is supposed to be the advocate for all that business. So it's up to him, really. I'm just like, you're in charge. Be in charge of that. Induction is more likely to lead to complications in a C-section. Yeah. Well, I just find it interesting because I've been reading these stories, which I got to stop reading these stories. Let me tell you that much for free. But even like people I know, yeah, the people I know, like Amber's daughter just had a baby. Our Amber, you know, our Amber. And she had to have a blood transfusion. She had a C-section and she had a hemorrhage. And she had a blood transfusion, multiple blood transfusions, as a matter of fact. And she's young, you know, they're like 20. And she had a scheduled induction because she was just like having some anxiety. And she was like, I think she thought in her head, like, this is going to be a way for me to like control more of the birth kind of thing and make her feel better. Because her last birth, she had some severe complications as well. And they just made that out to be like, that's perfectly normal behavior. And I'm like, no, That's not perfectly normal behavior. Having blood transfusions is not normal. That's not normal. I mean, I'm glad they did it for her and everything. Obviously, she's alive. But they just kind of played it off like, oh, that's just things we have to do. And it's like, So, that stuff's kind of scary. But I don't know. Most of you have already been through this, so you know more than me. I just am scared. I was telling Jeff last night I was having anxiety about it. But he says there's no point in having anxiety because what goes in must come out. It's got to come out. He said this is kind of what we're doing. They don't really have a choice. So I'd be like, yeah, you're not wrong. So I'm trying to just get in with it, you know. But yeah, my last delivery was, they almost had to do a C-section on me for my last delivery with that induction. And Seaver was breech and his head wouldn't come out. And that was rough. So, but I didn't have to because he was already passed away. So there was no like emergent, I don't know what you want to call it, like no like emergent danger to the baby. So we just waited, and thankfully I was able to deliver him. But like had that not been the case, then I would have had to have a C-section. And I just don't know. I mean, some of you guys have had C-sections, and that just seems like that's scary because I just don't want to be awake for that. I have some medical anxiety. I don't know if you've come to this conclusion or not. But anyway, it's mostly just coming up right now because my sister-in-law is getting ready to go in for her labor. And then also we're doing the classes. So it's just like, you know. So that's what's happening. My progress stalled and I had to have a C-section. I never dilated past 5. They say that that's a thing that happens. 5 is some kind of crazy number. That happened to me 32 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it'll come when it's time. I'm with you. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to start up my paperwork day. Try to get some of this paperwork taken care of for the end of the year and stuff like that. I am going to post the Found Objects Challenge. I have to rewrite the letter, and then once I do that, I'll post it up maybe this afternoon. And so that'll be ready to go. We did track down the FOCs. I do got the shipping desk ready, so that's good. And Jefferson's going to bring the tickets tonight so I can start shipping tomorrow, so that'll be good. And yeah, that's part of my paperwork too. I go down there, I'm going to change my address. Not the Thunderhorse Descendant address, I don't think. I think I'm going to keep that. The Burnt Boat Road for Thunderhorse. I think I'm just going to change my personal address to the house. I'm not sure. But anyway, I can do that tomorrow when I got to go down to the post office. So I had to have an emergency C-section. My baby was breech after being induced. Yes. My daughter had to be induced because Jaden was in distress. I hope for the best. Yeah. Well, that's what I said. Sometimes those things like yeah, if they're necessary because there's distress and there's trouble, then yeah, but like not just because, just because. That's my thought process. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah. I'll take a picture of this. I don't have it finished up yet. I'm just going to put the clasp on. But I'll take a picture of this and post it up on Facebook. I can feel my nose getting stuffy. All right, guys. I hope you have a lovely, spectacular, amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, today is Wednesday, yeah? Is it? We have members only today. Members only at 3.